Shout out Sniper T on the beat.
Tamara to the break of dawn is on the rise, with life on the forefront of the mind. So line for line, you can ride this brain train and you can change your station without even touching the dial. So relax, stay a little bit, but listen for a while. And whether you're bumping this in the whip or in a business fit, it's a meeting you won't want to miss. A meeting for a meal to feed the soul with words for the mind. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Time to take off, it's time to fly. Cause Tamara till the break of dawn is on the rise.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Tamara. Oh, yes. Rodie Mac is in the building. Welcome to the show, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and to all my new listeners. New episodes drop every Thursday. I usually talk about my life, my interests, and the ways I'm trying to grow. So come on back through for all my day 1, 2, 3, 4, whenever you came in. Y'all, okay, let me go ahead and finish so thank you so much for your continued support. If you're not, you should totally follow me on social media. The link to that is in the episode notes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Those episodes drop 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday, so you get that early access to the content. And I subscribe back if you have a channel. Y'all, Rodie Mac is in the building. Oh my gosh. Listen. I don't even know if I ever talked about this on here, but since like year 1 of podcasting, I have wanted a audio mixer, and I wanted a specific type of audio mixer. And so I waited until really, God bless me, not for free, but I'm just saying like the way it went about. Shout out to the plug, shout out to JBoog. She upgraded her stuff and she knew I wanted a Rodecaster Pro. You feel me? Yes. Listen, when I tell y'all about to be sick of me, like this is really about to take my show to the level that I always dreamed of, y'all. But all right, y'all. So it's about that time. Yes, Tamara's takeaway, y'all. And I got a special one for y'all this week because I'm actually going to play a clip from a movie. It's from the movie 8 Mile. And there are just some things that I have just really been thinking about within this movie, and especially the scene that I'm going to play. So let's go ahead and get into it.
This guy ain't no motherfucking MC. I know everything he's about to say against me. I am white. I am a fucking punk. I do live in a trailer with my mom. My boy Future is an Uncle Tom. I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps. And we did fuck my girl. I'm still standing here screaming fuck the free world. Don't never try to judge me, dude. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. But I know something about you. You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence. And Clarence gives a home to both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. This guy don't want to battle. He's shook. Because ain't no such thing as that way crooks.
It's really interesting. If you think about the things that he highlighted in his diss verse to Clarence, he mentioned that Clarence goes to private school, which means that his family obviously has the money to pay for it. Now, he may have got a scholarship, so I know there's financial aid and all that, but nevertheless, you would think he's getting a good education at a private school since most of the people that go there are going to pay for it. So Clarence goes to a private school. I'm going to go ahead and say that since his parents have a real good marriage and it's a 2-parent household, both parents are probably working. So I'm going to say that Clarence's parents with the real good marriage can afford to send Clarence to the private school. So not only does he go to a private school, but we will say that his family is probably well off financially. And it's not a single parent household such as with B Rabbit. But we're going to say Eminem, right? Because Eminem signed up to do this role. He agreed with the message that was being portrayed within this movie, especially in this particular scene. So, what have we learned about Clarence? Clarence lives at home with both parents. Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. And Clarence's parents, with the real good marriage, are financially well off enough that they can afford to send Clarence to the private school that he goes to, right? And so Tamara's takeaway is Eminem. If you are rooting for the demise of the Black family because you are jealous, because you feel like Clarence is living the life that you should have been living because you're white, then just say that. Just say that. Because that's Tamara's takeaway. You feel me? So, y'all, Rodie Mac. Yes, I named my roadcaster. Rodie Mac is in the building, y'all. Yes. I'm so happy to have this audio mixer, but that aside, man, y'all know this client project that it has literally been months that I have been trying to get this done. And it just got to this point, like, especially after we moved, where no matter what I did, I could not get ahead in it. So we moved, then I got sick. Then I lost all the edits, which ultimately the edits weren't done correctly anyway, because it'd be like every time I would go back and read through it, I would read it differently, and it would just kind of make me question if I really had answered their question, the way that it needs to be answered. That's literally never happened to me, right? And then I got sick again, and then I got sick again. And so it's like me getting sick, it's not like I was like super sick, just laid out for days. But even if I'm laid out for a day, because my schedule is extremely tight and structured, so that's the other piece, is that I have more clients, you know what I'm saying? And so I just logistically don't have a ton of time to do too much of really anything, especially like a big project that really needed the time and attention that realistically I didn't have to give. And so it's really crazy because then I just started wrestling with, okay, so should I just give this person their deposit back and tell them that I can't do it? And it's like, it's crazy because my pride would not allow me to do that. But ultimately, that is what I ended up doing. And so just, earlier this week,
at the time of this recording,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out. Your girl is free of that project. I gave the client their money back. I apologize because I told them it's unfair to them. Like, I'm ultimately holding them up from what they're trying to do, and I don't like that. This literally has never happened to me in life. I actually cried about it, not while I was talking to her, but as I was processing it. And the day before, when I finally made the decision, like after I made the decision, I have this closet in my room. It's really a coat closet, but sometimes I'll take a chair and just go sit in there, and that's like where I'll pray, because it's like this like small closet or whatever. And so I was in there and I was like praying, and I'm just like, bruh, like what should I do? And then I'm just like, how can it be that I can't do this? Like, this has never happened. And I just started bawling. But at the end of the day, I was holding up her from doing what she needed to do because she needed these documents. And then it's like, I got sick last week. And when I got sick last week, I'm like, bruh, I'm so far behind, and I just feel like I can never get caught up. And I just had to let it go. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because she was super understanding. She thanked me for the work I had done for her in the past. Like, thank God this wasn't our first time working together. But there were some lessons that really, some takeaways from that thing is that, one, when she originally reached out to me to see if I was able to update the handbook, it was then when I had half as many clients on my caseload that I was questioning if I was going to really have the time to get it done. You know what I'm saying? But my pride was like, I don't want anybody else going behind me pause if necessary. And I don't want anybody else trying to finish the work that I started. So my pride wouldn't allow me to say what I really like. When I really think about it, I really should have just not taken on this client. You know what I'm saying? And she probably would have been found somebody else and been done. She would have, because that was months ago that all this began. And so that's a lesson that I learned, and especially now that I have this subcontracting work where I can really take as many or as few clients as I want. I'm really coming to this place now where it's like, okay, within my company, what do I love doing the most that I want this to be a service that I offer people? And then what are the things that it's like, yeah, I can do that and I have the skill set to do it, but is it something that I really want to have as a service that I offer? Am I really going to get the return on investment as far as it making me feel fulfilled, or even me just having the time to do it? So it doesn't even have to be all those deeper things. It could just be realistically, do you have time to do that? It's interesting because I had a conversation with one of my business mentors, and it's crazy. I was talking through this decision with her, and I'm really glad that I did, because ultimately, her being somebody who, I kind of respect as someone who knows business, who runs a company and just all these things. And I'm telling her whatever. And even she was saying, maybe you just can't do it. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's better for you to return her money, which I was going to do that regardless, but return her money. And even if she feels some type of way about it, you gave her deposit back. So it's not like you're trying to keep her money and then also not deliver the product, which again, I would have never done that. And it's so crazy because I don't know if I told you, I feel like I've told y'all that Kayliana, my oldest daughter, she actually does work for me. So she's technically my employee. And so I kind of talked to her about it. And even so this was the Friday before I made the decision. Even she was like, maybe you just can't do it and you just need to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because that actually leads us into this week's weekly wisdom. So this week, what the Lord has been speaking to me through all of this whole situation, right, is that one, the biggest reason why I didn't want to not take the project when I probably shouldn't have, and also the biggest reason why I didn't want to let go once I started seeing that I was really having problems and didn't really feel that I could do it. And it was just this struggle, just time-wise, really, just not having the time to sit down and do the work that needed to be done, right? The biggest thing that I learned from this is that my pride is what was the cause of all of those decisions that I made, right? Me feeling like I am a better woman because I can make this happen. I am a better woman because I am a great employee or a great business owner. I'm giving good customer service. And I say employee because this stems from throughout my career, right? The thing that I really learned throughout this whole situation, though, is that my worth is not determined by how well I work, how good I do a project for a client, or any of those things. Even though I could not complete this project, I am not any less than because I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that the Lord has been showing me through this, is just how much my worth was tied to how good I perform as, like I said, as an employee, because it stems back to when I was in my career, and also how well I perform as an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Or even as a content creator, because y'all have heard me say on here that I pride myself in the fact that I've gone now 167 weeks straight and have never missed an episode. Now, I'm very fortunate in the sense that my platform allows me to talk about my life, you know what I'm saying? And so if I'm struggling, that's going to be the episode. And it might not have some of the stuff that it normally has. But I pride myself in things that are performance-based. And at the end of the day, my worth is not any greater because of my performance, and it's not any less than because of my lack of performance. And so my encouragement to y'all is, if you are someone who really like beats yourself up when you can't make something happen, or even if you get a little bit too arrogant or too prideful because you can do something, the reality is that your worth is not determined by any of that. So for those of y'all who specifically struggle with beating yourself up when you can't do something, or when you can't make something happen, or maybe if you get off track with something, be encouraged by the fact that you are just as dope of a person whether you make that happen or not. So that's all I got for y'all this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Make sure you take care of yourself and be healthy in your relationships. Man, the weather's changing. I see a lot of people getting sick. So like, take care of yourself physically, especially get rest, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Ladies and gents, this concludes transmission. Tune in next time for a whole new edition. Another adventure and mission to share, be heard, and clarify the vision of this whole new world for Tamara.